After this election, the board will, believe it or not, return to 5 members for the first time since 2013, the end of 2013, when Dave Paganelli went to the Highway Department. So this election will either give the Republicans or the Democrats a majority on the board. And, you know, some might say that a vote for Republican is to support Supervisor Grace's agenda, while others might say that a vote for Democrat is almost kind of an endorsement for, could be an endorsement for Susan as supervisor. What do you think that would say if the voters chose Democrat or Republican? I'll start with Tom.
Well, I guess I've been called a rubber stamp, okay? Well, let's take a look at that. Let me ask you, what does a board do? They agree on things. And more often than not, the boards vote on things and vote unanimously. You know, until maybe you get to a very touchy subject where certain people are going to see things one way and certain people are going to see things another way. And it could be 2-3, it could be 2-2 and somebody takes abstains. But, you know, this rubber stamp thing, I think that as a board, is a full board, it's going to work together and it's going to sway one way or the other. A Democrat could, believe it or not, agree with a Republican.
It's been noted.
It's happened, okay, and it's probably been been noted. So, in regard to that, I think the answer is a question. You know, what is a rubber stamp when boards are supposed to work together?
I think I answered this the other night at the debate by saying that I've worked with a Democrat majority and I was able to work with them without a problem and was able to start the Yorktown Chamber of Commerce while I was on the board back in '94. And I actually, you know, take offense to someone saying that I'm just getting elected to vote for the supervisor's agenda. Because I think I have integrity and I think I'm independent. And as I said, I think if you ask the majority of the people on both sides, Democrat or Republican, where I stand as an individual, I think they'll tell you that they respect me because of that, including, say, Aaron Bach, who's on the board with me, or Jim Bonorano, you know, people, Bob Giordano. I mean, I don't think he would tell you anything different. So.
Roseanne?
Yes, boards are mostly agree, or we hope they mostly agree, and sometimes they disagree. I think it's going to be really great to have 5 people back on the board, and that way we're not going to run into the same 2-2s or 3-2-1 situations. I hope that everyone comes with an open mind and is able to look at the individual, especially the hot topics, the things that are provoking, and can look at these things as an individual person and vote their conscience. And if everyone does that, then I think that we'll make progress. And the things that don't go through, well, there's a reason. Mm-hmm. You know, someone has a reason to oppose it. And hopefully the things that do go through will benefit us.
Bob?
Well, you know, I think once you're elected, you know, you have to wear a different hat. And you have to, you know, it's your party that helps you get there. But once you're elected, you need to start thinking about governing. And governing means reaching out to all the people. You know, you may not have voted for me, but I still need to consider, you know, your concerns, whether you're a Democrat or Republican. So I think, in my mind, if I'm elected, when I'm sworn in, I'm now a representative of all the people, not just the Republicans or the Democrats. And that's how I'm going to, you know, come into this. And so it's really a change of hats. You know, you go from the candidate to the elected official, and you need to make that transition, you know, psychologically. And if you do that, I think then you'll do the right thing for everyone.